So kind of just opening it up from there, like, is apathy something that you've struggled with from time to time?
Definitely.
Anything you want to share and just kind of be vulnerable about with that?
Yeah, man. Even you just mentioning that, you know, a lot of the struggles that so many people have gone through because of what 2020 brought. You know, losing jobs, losing family, losing opportunities. Like it's tough. Like it's hard not to have compassion for where people are at. But I think one thing that it really did, and I think a reason why this apathy that you're talking about came about is because so all the distractions being stripped away and opportunities and things that kind of just, you know, shield us or take our minds off of what matters most truly just revealed where our hearts were really at and where our treasures really are.
Yeah.
For me personally, last year did a great job of of God just leading me to see where some of my desires were off, where I've gotten off track with, you know, just being on social media. I never really intended to have a large following. That wasn't my goal in getting on social media. I feel like I always tell people I kind of just stumbled into it on Vine. Like I'm just like, oh, this is fun. Let me make these. And then all of a sudden, people from all over the world are saying water balloon. So I'm like, what is this?
Is water wet?
Yeah, like, and then that came later. But from the time I was, and I'm going to bring it back to the question, but from the time I was like 12 or 13, my desire was to like have influence, have fame, have success, but not for my own sake, but to be able to reach as many people as possible and point them to Christ. That's always been my desire. Or at least that's what it really was initially. But once I started to pick up a following and see these numbers and followers and results and stuff like that, it became easier and easier to focus on those things and focus on pleasing people and, you know, doing what works rather than doing what's most important or what matters most or where my heart's really at. Like it, without having a strong why and remembering the reason why you're doing something, it's kind of like trying to build with no foundation, and that emptiness is where the apathy comes from, like that empty foundation. It's like, you know, building your house on sand. You know, it's just there's no true substance there. So with making some successful videos and seeing them do well, it becomes like, okay, now what's the next successful video I can make that will really like get to people, rather than what do people really need. And so recently, even with over the past week, I was just reminded that, okay, hold on, I'm doing this because I want to give something to people that will point them back to the Lord, or just, even if it's just entertaining or joking, like to do something that has greater substance, and remembering my why gives the other stuff more purpose. And but without the core reason, without really being aware of what your vision is and what God's calling on your life is, or just losing sight of that, apathy becomes very easy to fall into because your heart won't really be in what you're doing otherwise.